You should watch this Inso Guy's video on Tradwives sometime. Oh no. Oh my god, it has 1.3 million views. And Shu is here. New segment. I don't care about any of you. My audience, you're all sheep, and you'll watch whatever I put in front of you. I don't even care. Modern woman versus traditional.
Tonight.
Whoa! Oh, it's a reality TV show. But politics? This is politics. Shut up. Absolutely. Watch the viewers drop. Get out of here. Get out! New segment. Get out!
One wife swap.
I'm having a fixation. Let's just...
Tonight on Wife Swap, two women, worlds apart. A no-nonsense fire chief mom and a conservative stay-at-home mom.
Do you?
So we have a white trad wife and a black modern woman. Come on.
Cook.
Oh, I definitely cook. Fresh meals, fresh food.
What? Let's get right to the point. Do you cook?
No.
Did you see the difference in that response? One family was super happy, and one family was not.
Did you guys know that that's crazy? Did you guys recognize that? Let's get a rewind on that so we can really perceive that social, so we can really find, you know, in case you missed it. Yeah. Yes, obviously it is nice when a person can cook.
I want you to keep in mind, though, that obviously the traditional family is going to be unhappy moving from a person who cooks to a person who doesn't. But as we can see, despite not having access to one, the modern family values a person who can cook as well. Actually, the dad, Jason,
yes? People like it when a person in the house can cook?
specifically said that he hoped his wife was swapped with someone who cooks.
What would I like the new wife to be able to do? Definitely, if she can cook, that's a plus.
Huh. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who? Yeah? Okay. Clear, yes? Who would have thought? So, I like the, so wait, hold on, we're 55 seconds in. The opening bit here, where we see the White family living in what looks like a pretty fucking wealthy, like, suburban house, right? Oh, no, that's the Black family! Oh, shit! The White family is living in what looks like a much lower class house, relatively speaking. And then the Black family... Wait, do you think the Black family... Clip it? Clip me! Sorry, I assume this was the White family because of the Black mom's hair. Anyway, don't clip. Anyway, with a house like this, do you think they just have like a fucking maid or like a cook or something? I was going to say like with the White family, but like in either case, do you think they just have like a maid do it? If you can afford a house like this, you can probably afford like some kind of help. She's a fire chief? Yeah, like I don't know where the income comes from. I'm curious. I wonder if they'll get into that. Like prepared meals of some kind, yeah.
Huh.
No, this is like so many suburban Midwest houses. Okay, I only am familiar with like the West Coast suburban region, but West Coast suburbs don't look like that. Like houses don't look like that. Over here in the West Coast, this is definitely a wealthy people house, you know.
Who would have thought? These clips come from a show called Wife Swap, and this episode was filmed in 2018. Two wives are selected to swap families for 1 week.
Midwest here, this is rich as fuck. Okay, yeah, it's like a giant brick house. Yeah, whatever. Let's not argue amidst ourselves, okay? We have a...
Neither of them knows who they're swapping with or where they're going until they are on the show. All they get before they see their new family is a look at the house and a tablet from the other wife that gives them a description of the family and the house rules. Let's get into it, but first, allow me to tell you about today's sponsor, Raid.
My man! Kid, let me out. Let me out. Oh my god, it's such a big... Oh my god, it's like more than a minute long. Oh my god, that was a minute and a half.
Only available to new players for the next 30 days. Alright, let's get back into it. One of the major things that has been taken away from us culturally
Have you been offered a raid sponsorship yet? Let me see how many I've gotten. Hold on. Let me see. Raid Shadow. Let me see. Oh, that's Raid Show, not Raid Shadow. Nope, that has 2 H's in it. Raid Shadow. Let's see. How many sponsorship offers have I gotten? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Since I started my YouTube channel. I'm not doing a raid. I'm not doing a raid Shadow Legend. I'm not doing it. I did 2 ads. They're good to work for. They had better be good to work for with how much work they do. You know, they have a very aggressive marketing department. I'm not doing it. How much is the offer, Lamau? They don't give an amount up front. You have to like email them back. I think they avoid giving you an amount up front so that they only get offers back if they feel they can lowball you, right? Wait, let me see. Have I ever? I don't open these emails really, so let me see. See. Oh, it says please let me know your price. Okay. Please let me know your price, please. Okay, they want me to tell them the price. Okay, gotcha.
Culturally, through various propaganda outlets, is the ability to be desirable to other people. People have all of these toxic relationships and toxic friendships because they're only focused on what they are getting out of the relationship rather than being the type of person who someone would want to have in their life. Huh? They are missing half of the equation, and that actually has a negative effect on their psychology.
What?
The reality is that it feels kind of good to help people or do things for them, especially when they are doing something for you. Personally, I think that reciprocity is a biological impulse. Relationships where each person isn't giving back to the other person tend to toxify and fail. We are made to feel bad when we aren't returning favors.
Okay.
And we are made to feel bad when we aren't paying it forward by initiating favors. At the very least, people who aren't willing to pay it forward or reciprocate tend to be unhappy people. For example, during the first part of the week, the modern woman, Halani, has to follow the house rules of her new traditional husband, who now provides for her. Here is her response to those rules.
What are the rules? Well, wait, first of all, the husband doesn't provide for her. It is a game show. What are the rules?
Jack expects Halani to make his 30 workout meals for the week.
There's no way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself.
What an extremely selfish statement.
She doesn't wanna. What the fuck do you mean? Yeah, okay. What it's like? What would the number had to have been for her response to be unreasonable? Like 60 a month? Like 90 a month? What? Yeah, okay. Jesus, yeah, dude. Listen, okay, if you work out and you can't cook your own meals, you're a fucking gigapussy, okay? If you're seriously a gym bro and you're relying on your wife to put in for all your meals, dude, you have macros to meet. Learn to fucking cook, bitch, okay? Maybe your wife does the cooking most of the times, but you should know how to cook if you want to. Like, if you've got a new lady coming in to help with this or whatever, like, why not be like, hey, like, we can cook together, or like, I'll take 50-50, I'm just used to this, you know? Like, nah. House rule. Cook 30... They said week, not month. Oh, sorry. 30 a week. Wait, did they really say 30 a week?
For the week.
There's no...
30 a week! I heard month! 30 a week? No, absolutely not. Burn the house down. Sorry, I heard 30 a month because 30 is basically the number of days in a month. 30 a week. Absolutely psychotic. Burn the entire house down. Absolutely not. Nope. No, absolutely not. No. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. Absolutely not. I refuse. 4 meals a day. Listen, if you need someone else to make you 4 meals a day every single day of the week, okay, you're a baby. You're a 6-year-old, okay? Most bodybuilders go to 6 small meals a day. Yeah, make your own food. Sorry, no, I know, I don't care. I have no respect for this. You're a baby man. You're a baby human baby. Nope.
No way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself.
Yes.
What an extremely selfish statement. That's her role in this household. She doesn't go to work in this new family, so she is basically saying that she wants to sit around all day while her husband works. Here's a little secret.
Maybe she wants to do something else. Maybe she would like prefer to work. So there's a critical unfairness in this premise, which is that the modern woman, the black lady, has to do the housework, but the white woman, the trad wife who goes to the other household, doesn't have to be a fire chief. You guys understand? The framework of the show places an unreasonable burden on non-trad wives because it's not like the other woman is expected to go and do the fucking job that the modern woman is actually expected to do. So basically, the trad wife gets to just do her normal job, which is to stay at home and cook. Whereas the modern woman, who is a fucking, literally the least selfish profession in the world, a firefighter, literally one of the most venerated, selfless, heroic professions in existence, is called selfish because she doesn't want to instantly adapt to like 5 hours a day of cooking.
It's not about whether her new husband, Jack, can cook for himself or not. It's about pulling your weight in the relationship.
Hey, listen, if there are any fires in that household, okay, they're covered, all right? If any fires erupt in this trad house, okay, then she is on the goddamn job.
In Jack's house, he works to pay the bills, and his wife takes care of the home. Imagine if he said that there was no way he was going to pay for the food, the rent, and the utilities because his wife has 2 hands and 2 legs, and she can do it herself.
Okay. That's what I say. Yeah. If I'm in a relationship with somebody else, yeah, you are gonna fucking work. Thank you. It's what I would be saying if I didn't make $1 billion a day on YouTube. I don't care anymore. Finances aren't real for me. But if I like worked a wagey cagey job, if I had to strap in for 8 hours a day at the wagey cagey, you know, and get zapped by the bossy wassy, then yeah, you're goddamn right. My partner would be putting in some fucking work.
Ask yourself, if he can do everything for himself, what does he need you for? You just ruined the purpose of the relationship.
Ooh, that kind of reveals a fucked up relationship dynamic where you're not together because you appreciate each other, but instead because you are fulfill like you what does he need you for? Like, well, I would hope they enjoy spending time together. Obviously, this is again a game show, so a reality TV show, so it's not worthwhile premise here. But you know, with his actual wife,
it's the worst of both worlds. There's nothing you are willing to provide for him because he can do it himself, and there's nothing he can provide to
well, she can work. This guy wants to replace women with baby pods. Oh yeah, show me, Merrick.
you because you are so strong and independent. I guess the only thing in that situation
Bro, she's a firefighter. You can't do the strong independent woman meme when you're a firefighter. And that you've kind of earned it there. You're kind of putting the meme on the nose there where it's like, well, yeah, actually they are a little bit, you know.
that ties you two together is the kids. People who design their relationships like this, don't be surprised when you hate each other after the honeymoon phase is over. Just for contrast,
Now listen, she's not the one who said, if you're not cooking, what does he need you for? It's just... Okay, move it along.
listen to how the traditional wife, Misty, handles a situation like this. I apologize because the only example of this I have is at the end of the show, so forgive me for jumping around. After each family has had a week with a new wife, they talk about their experiences with each other. One of Jack's rules is that his wife, Misty, has to wear makeup at home.
Okay. That is a bit weird. It's a little bit strange, you know, just slightly. It's just a little. I'm calling the police. I hope that the firefighter lady was as difficult as possible the entire time. What are the rules that are being put on the trad wife, by the way? Like, what rules are being put on her? In the switched house, I mean.
This scene, Halani asks her why.
The makeup, I did not like it. Why do you do that? Why do you wake up and get yourself so sick?
This is about to be framed. The trad wife, working through like 35 years of Stepford wife programming, is going to say something about how she honors her husband and honors God by looking her best every day. And the firefighter lady is going to look with like disgust on her face because it's like very unnerving. And the incel is going to frame it as though the white woman is doing like the good thing here.
Together.
I mean, I know he likes it.
Because he likes
That's it. Wait, that's it. Wait, give her full response.
it. That's all.
Also, if you know he likes it, then why is it a rule? Hold on. It's a rule. If you just like doing it, why is it a rule?
All it takes. You may have different preferences about makeup, but in their house, Jack likes it when his wife wears makeup, so she wears it. That's called a relationship. As I said...
What if she likes not wearing it? When you're ready, listen to this insane rant, 1950 sex robots.
Tarians or propagandists attack you is they get you at a young age before you have developed any values, so you have no defenses. They remove the working values and they were...
Wait, hold on. Hang on, Vosh. If she likes it, I don't see a problem about it. First of all, I strongly distrust... First of all, the framing here is by its nature dishonest, so I wouldn't trust any of that bullshit. Second of all, there are tons of wives in abusive situations who like downplay all the shit they have to deal with because they say they enjoy providing for their husband. So I don't care. The framing here, I'm looking at like the baseline info that we have, and the baseline info is that it's made to be a rule, but the defense is that she likes it. Now, it's possible that she likes it, but that doesn't mean that it's a good rule. Also, yeah, that's not good for your skin. I've seen the full episode. The husband legit thinks she's ugly without makeup. Yeah, something tells me that we're not exactly getting the full context on this episode because this guy lies like crazy when he frames all this shit. So, yeah, something tells me it doesn't have so much to do with the chick just liking it. It has more to do with the guy bullying her and making, like, underhanded comments to demean her self-esteem about how she looks without makeup over the course of multiple years, to the point where it's basically expected she wears it every day. Just saying, having known people in abusive relationships, somehow I doubt that it's just like, oh yeah, she likes it, smiley face, you know?
Replace them with values that don't work. They also make the bad values sound very desirable. Propagandists can't just tell you to do bad things. They have to show you how awesome those bad things are. Who is the cool kid on TV? The drug-addicted loser who has a series of toxic relationships.
The classic, why don't women like us gentlemen instead like the nice guys?
Cultural propaganda is why things are constantly getting worse as time goes on, and it has to be stopped. Considering the level of technology that we have, if we don't stop it, the people responsible for it could lock us into a situation that is so terrible that it would destroy everything or take thousands of years to remove it. We can't afford to lose this battle. But the good news is that there are far more of us than there are of them. When you have vast amounts of people, you have a much higher chance of figuring out a strategy that the authoritarians can't predict. Certainly, a lot of stuff hasn't gone their way in the past few years. Now that far more people are aware of the problem, we have the advantage, even if things look really bad right now. So do you hate things like family courts, a problem that can technically affect both sexes but pretty much exclusively affects men? Well, the only...
It's not true, by the way. Family court's pretty even. Like, the children mostly go to women because the men don't want the children.
only way to change that is to fix the culture. I've talked before about artificial birth and artificial relationship partners as a way of circumventing family court.
Holy fuck, he's actually doing the meme. He's actually saying if we all just fuck the sex bots, the femoids won't get their way. It's actually happening. That's actually unironically a thing that he's arguing for. Holy shit.
But now that some time has passed, I realize that won't solve the problem entirely. Certainly access to a family without dealing with the horrendous court system is very important, but the problem is far bigger than family court. Family court is not the only major issue we face. It's only a single piece. In a society, you of course have to take care of internal affairs, but you also have to worry about outside forces who will try to conquer and dominate you. Artificial birth and AI partners do not address the vast amount of losers that are being created by cultural propaganda. So you can create your perfect life with your AI partner and artificially born child, but you'll have a bunch of disenfranchised people out there who will work to ruin your life. Losers and disenfranchised people get jealous when other people do well, and that jealousy can turn them into a tool for the authoritarians. I say cultural change is a higher priority because it solves the marriage problem and it solves the disenfranchisement problem.
I can't. This is we're in so deep right now. Oh yeah, this guy loves Elon Musk, by the way. I assume. I don't know that, but I'm right. You know, you're at the end of a video and it's like, listen, okay, I know what you're thinking. We need sex bots and birth pods for artificial children, but even that will not stop the losers and haters from trying to fuck us over with divorce courts. We need a broader strategy. What the fuck? This is actual mental illness, okay? Listen, don't get me wrong, it's still autism, but it's not just autism. This is like institutional shit, okay? This is like some proper unwellness right here.
Let me be clear, though. I'm not saying that men should take one for the team and plunge themselves into the horrible deal that is a marriage contract. I would never recommend that unless the culture and the laws change into something that's healthy. However, I will say that if marriage is a decision that you are already going to make anyway, despite the consequences, then choose wisely. If we want people to thrive and remove authoritarianism, we can't allow propagandists to disenfranchise people. Certainly people like me who have microphones can do their thing to build awareness of the values that work, but none of this does anything unless you take action. I can speak to lots of people, but I can't go into your individual community.
He wants people to pipe bomb the local family court
and make them better. You have to do that. If you want things to get better, you have to start acting better. It comes down to the individual.
Like,
all changes start with yourself.
Like what?
Fix your problems so that you don't become miserable and start taking it out on other people like the abusers and radicals do. You can create one less abuser in society right now by taking care of your mental health and learning how to communicate properly.
This is the irony. As radical as these guys think they get, they never evolve beyond very basic neoliberal self-help prescriptions. It's basically like when neoliberal individualism fails, they turn to suicidal doomerism, and that's it. That's the only dichotomy from them. They're so locked in their ideology box, the trash can of ideology. It's like they're completely limited to that framework. It's either you individually have to do better, or like lie down and rot. There is no hope. Take the black pill. Die.
Once you've built yourself up, help others do the same. If you have the power to, give people opportunities. People need jobs. You can create a company and give people a place to work.
Okay. Okay. All right. We still had this to go. There will be real politics at some point during this stream. I promise you.
This willingness to provide versus not wanting to provide has an effect on their behavior. Halani, the modern woman, is mostly negative during
I don't know why I haven't sped up a little bit, considering the fact that this guy talks really slow.
This show, while the traditional housewife, Misty, is mostly positive. This starts right as the experiment begins. Each wife gets to see each other's house before they meet the new family. Listen to what Misty has to say about Halani's house.
Before they meet their new families, Halani and Misty have a chance to look around their new homes.
I feel like I'm in a hotel or something. The home is beautiful.
Everything is very positive. Let's see Halani.
Well, not to say you should be classist and make fun of the house of a poorer person, but this house is gorgeous. I mean, yeah, there might be I mean, let's see how the woman acts. I mean, maybe the lady acts like pretty bad. We'll see.
Halani's review of Misty's house.
It's very small. I only see one bathroom. This is shocking, actually. It's really, really tiny.
Yeah, is this a tiny living room?
I only see one bathroom. This is shocking, actually.
This is actually a pretty big. Well, it's tiny by her standards, maybe. Though I wouldn't expect any house with a living room like this to have one bathroom. Is there really one bathroom in this house? Yeah, if any I will say that any house that has this living room should have two my house one bathroom. Yeah, okay. I mean, maybe. I just, for me, I hate living in a place with one bathroom. That's it. Yeah, I can live in a tiny, tiny, tiny house for all I care. I just want two bathrooms. That's just, yeah, that's just, yeah. Yeah. Like, usually one is right off the master bedroom and the other one is, like, broadly accessible. And, yeah. Even living alone, yeah, I want to alternate my shits, you know. Basically, I'm very picky when it comes to pooping. I always want to poop in the good bathroom, but you can't have a good bathroom if there's only one. So I need two bathrooms, so one of them can be the good bathroom and I can ignore the other one. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel, basically. I need to be able to choose my bathroom, and then I use that one. That's legit retarded. That's Vosh, baby. No, I like McMansion Hell, but unfortunately the owner of that place hates me. They have a Twitter account, they've, like, blocked me and they hate me and stuff. Sad. It's a good site.
It's really, really tiny. I'm not gonna be comfortable here.
Everything is very negative. It's too small. I know they can't hear you say this, but Halani, Miss Fire Chief, who is the powerful leader, is that how you introduce yourself to new people?
Wait, what? She's not introducing herself to anybody. She's talking to a camera crew when they're asking her how she feels about a house. What? How is that an introduction? That's a completely different social interaction. I feel like you should always be very gracious about a person's house and living situations, unless their house is dirty, for which I have no respect. But at the same time, she does live in a much larger house, so, like, I guess some degree of aversion or, like, discomfort is to be expected. I'm not saying she, like, has a past to be rude about it, only that it seems, you know, more...
Your first impulse was to think negative things about them. How is that supposed to foster a good relationship? I mean, it might not be as big as your house, but this place is still really nice. You could definitely do worse. And it doesn't stop there. After they look at their new home, each wife reads a letter written by the other wife that talks about the family and states the rules of the house. Each of them describes their husbands. Here's Halani's description of...
Well, I really want to know the full rules without this guy's editing getting in the way. Can anyone find what the rules were for this? If there's, like, a list or an archive anywhere, or, like, a show wiki that has, like, episode by episode explanations, if anyone can find out what the rules were for both of the wives, like, just written down somewhere, I would really appreciate it if somebody could find that.
Of her husband.
No, I've never watched Wife Swap before.
Each wife has written a manual as a guide to the running of their home.
Okay, I mean, we'll see if it shows here, then, like... Yeah, so far his commentary has been minimal but insane when we get it.
I call Jason my third child.
Your third child. Wow, you really respect and appreciate your husband a lot. Read this. They actually took...
Okay, hold on. Something about a kid needing help, or not needing help with schoolwork, so that's fine. I called Jason my third child because he's full of energy and very rarely serious about anything. He plays a huge role in the family due to my unconventional job as the chief of fire department. I'm gone for 24 hours when I'm on shift. We'll leave all responsibilities to our household and children and Jason. Our lives will operate this way for 16 years with all... Jason is known for messy. This can be annoying. I've hired help that comes bi-weekly. They do have help that he hires. Wait, this is endearing. This isn't even insulting. Because we have very busy schedules. In between the cleaning service coming, I can handle the majority of stuff for children responsible. Okay.
Took a good enough camera angle to show what Halani wrote. It sounds like she's trying to compliment him for being free-spirited, but ends up insulting him in the process.
If you're very insecure, maybe. They've been married for 16 years, or at least been together for 16 years, so I guess it's going along, you know?
Then, she does insult him in the next paragraph. Halani, this is a...
Wait, by saying he's messy? That's it? What? That's just a thing. That's just a thing. What, you... Yeah. This guy's so insecure. Yeah, of course he's insecure. Yeah, like, that's it. Insults him in the next paragraph. It's like, well, if he's messy, he's messy. I mean, okay.
A sales pitch. You are supposed to make your family look good and get the other wife excited to live with them.
No, you're supposed to just say what the deal is with the family. You're not there to... You're not... No, wait, that's not the rule. They said earlier in the show... You said earlier that the tablets are meant to be like a description of what it's like in the household. Not like to... Yeah, you're not, like, selling them to you. You're just describing it.
Do you think Misty wants to spend a week with an adult child? So...
Okay, and then here we have the other... Where the love does. Children... Our house is a fun, chaotic, organized home. It's full of love and humor where everyone is free to express ourselves. Just to say, this is Stepford wife energy right here. Our house is a fun, chaotic, organized home. It's full of love and humor where everyone is free to express themselves. The vibes are like if every word out of her mouth was inscribed onto a pillow, or like quilted. Wait, they're Jade. Wait. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. She's a fucking Jehovah's Witness. Oh, fuck. No wonder. Fuck, that fire chief should have burnt the whole house down. Holy shitteroni. Oh my fucking god. In the Jehovah's Witness, women are basically property, right? Like, it's a very, 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 very far right. Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses are insane. Wait, the fire chief is the JW? Wait, I'm a fire battalion chief. Wait, it's the black family? Oh, shit! The twist! I thought because they faded from one thing to the next that this would be the other house. Oh, shit! It's happening again! They're all bad guys! It's happening again! It's happening! Wait, how is she a modern woman? She's a Jehovah's Witness! No! Wait, how is she a modern The dad isn't a Jehovah's Witness? Yeah, how can the wife... Can they even work? Wait. Jehovah's Witness rules for women. No, Jehovah's Witnesses are incredibly... What is expected of a Jehovah's Witness? Wives should be submissive to their husbands and are have disrespect. It's not... Okay, Jehovah's Witnesses are patrilineal, so if the father is a Jehovah's Witness, they're expected to get everyone else. Jehovah's Witnesses are a patriarchal society where women are to view men as their head. Dude! She's a modern Jehovah's Witness woman. That's crazy! So, she's a Jehovah's Witness woman, but she's modern by being the head of the household. That's what a twist! Holy shit! That is crazy. I can't. This is the wildest twist in the world. I know there are a decent number of black Jehovah's Witnesses, but having a female-led household where the woman is Jehovah's Witness and the husband isn't, that is wild. That is absolutely wild. I think it's half-based. No. Jehovah's Witnesses are insane. Do not give them any praise, okay? Absolutely not. I have JW family members, okay? Don't... I mean, they're very nice, but just... Yeah. Whew. They're very conservative. Like they can't preach, but that's the case with Catholics as well. Some say that women shouldn't wear jewelry at all. She does the door-to-door stuff, yeah, but yeah, they're a doomsday cult. Basically, Jehovah's Witnesses are taught to believe, they're like a fairly new schism. Basically, they're taught to believe that the rapture could come like any day, and you must always have that you always live in the last days, and that you must live your life to prepare for them. So a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses actually deny going into higher education or like difficult workforces because it's like a why bother when the rapture will happen tomorrow kind of thing. Like it's literally like a day-to-day thing. Like they treat the rapture the same way that like the same way that like you might teach like earthquake preparedness drills or something. Like not even that, because earthquakes don't happen that often. I'm trying to think of like anything else that happens that often. It's more like storm preparedness in like fishing towns or something. It's like they treat it like any day this could happen, and you have to be ready for it right then. Yeah. Don't they also have a literalist perspective of Bible interpretations? Have you seen their kids' cartoons? Yeah, they do kids' cartoons about how, like, everyone your kid knows is going to hell. Basically, like, hey, children, did you know that all the people you know are burning in hellfire? watch them. Somebody find a link of one. Yeah, like I think they also have like is that it's a 10% tithe to the church, right? So basically the church discourages people from oh, that's Mormons? I'm thinking Mormons there. Yeah. Hold on. Jehovah's Witnesses are using a sinister anti-gay cartoon. Metro ad block. God damn it. Hold on. Pause on this page. Pause here. Just let me see the thing, okay? Here. Just one is enough. JWs also have crazy high rates of child sexual abuse. Yeah, like religious cults tend to do that. Yeah, it's like it's basically all about like don't go out and participate in broader society, only interact with like other Jehovah's Witnesses, don't speak out when clan elders do anything bad because like they're the shepherds of God and like if you speak out against them then you're disrupting the community and blah blah blah. It's like all that shit. Where's the play button? Why? Dun, dun.
Look, Mom. I drew our family in school today.
Oh, wow.
Look at the
I
animation.
didn't have time to finish Caleb's face. Carrie drew two mommies. She told me they're married to each other.
Dun, dun.
My teacher says that all that matters is that people love each other and that they're happy.
That's the bad perspective there.
Well, people have their own ideas about what is right and wrong. But what matters is how Jehovah feels. He wants us to be happy, and he knows how we can be happiest. That's why he invented marriage the way he did.
You mean one man and one woman?
Exactly. Look at Genesis 1:27. Jehovah created Adam and Eve, male and female. Then in Genesis 2:24, he said that a man will stick to his wife. Later, Jesus said the same thing.
White Jesus! Yeah, white Jesus! Look at him!
Jehovah's standards haven't changed. It's
Weezus!
like going on an airplane. What would happen if someone wanted to bring something
Let's
on the plane
go!
that wasn't allowed?
They couldn't go on their trip.
Right. It's the same with Jehovah. He wants us to be his friend and live in paradise forever. But we have to follow his standards to get there.
Heaven is like the TSA metal detector like line where if you've had too many dicks in your ass, the thing flashes on the way up. Yeah, they had to institute it after they did a gay 9/11 in heaven. Basically, like the everything was fine in heaven, and then some queers ran a bird into one of the clouds and killed a bunch of angels. They've had to. All this is in the Bible.
At Matthew 7:13 and 14, it talks about the road leading to paradise.
JWs don't actually go to heaven. You get to keep living under. Don't JWs say that like you create your own world or something? Am I remembering that correct? JWs think that if you're heavenly, every human has the ability to become God or some shit. Oh, is that the Mormons again? I'm sorry, I keep mixing. Okay, I'm sorry. There are only so many. That's Mormons. Okay, yeah, whatever. Look, it's not fuss the details here.
To get there, Jehovah says we have to leave some things behind. That means anything Jehovah doesn't approve of.
But I want everyone
Drop the
to get to
homosexual bag.
paradise.
So does Jehovah. And you know what? People can change. That's why we share his message. So, what can you say to Carrie?
Well, I could tell her about the paradise. I could tell her about the animals and the resurrection.
That's awesome. Let's practice.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Simply explain to your homosexual the parents of the kid.
But never fear. Modest. What that means is that we look and smell clean. Our clothes fit well, but not too well.
That's like a commentary.
Personal appearance.
All right, just It's a stun lock within a stun lock within a stun lock. It's stop.
So the first thing you do is insult the house.
Oh, we need to read this. Okay. I have no response to the modern woman, the fire chief household leader, the black woman, is a Jehovah's Witness. I have no framework for analyzing this. I'm completely and utterly out of my field. I have no way to approach this. Okay. So my household is organized by me. I'm a 5 battalion chief, so I love order and schedules. I want things done immediately when I ask them to be done. I need order or I stress out. Are the trad ones religious? We don't even know. I don't even know. I tend to yell a lot, and that gets the job done. So wait, it seems to me like the modern woman isn't so much a modern woman. It's more like she's the trad husband, basically. Like she's just the I mean, she's tradding. Something here is tradding. I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm raising our children to that faith. As part of our faith, we go door to door preaching about God's kingdom. The children do this with me at least once a week. Jason is not a Jehovah's Witness, but he will pray with us. I would kill myself if I was either of these women. I will not do 30 meals a week for my muscle man baby boy husband, and I will not do door to door Jehovah's Witness preaching. There is no part of this where I'm not committing suicide. In Roblox. Okay.
House of the family that you have to spend a week with, and then you insult your own family and to make them look bad. And
I can't believe this is being framed as modern woman is like some kind of SJW anti-trad wife type when she's literally a fucking Jehovah's Witness. Like this is just two different types of trad wife. You cannot be some kind of modern woke woman. Yeah, modern woman in this case means she just has a job and can't cook, basically. But like, yeah, and like you can't. This is just two flavors of conservative. The husband make the trad wife do the JW door walk. Well, that's the thing. The white woman doesn't have to do any of the shit the black woman does. Because A, the white woman can't be a fire chief, which is the fucking job of the black woman. And B, the white woman can't go door-to-door preaching because there's no way Jehovah's Witnesses would permit a member not of the faith to go preaching for them. So all the work that the black woman does, the white woman can't do. She just gets to sit there and like cook meals and like jerk off or whatever. She ends up doing firefighting stuff later in the episode. Okay, but not like the real job, right? More like she shows up at the station and they're like, here, polish our boots. And she's like, okay. And does that. Like, they can't actually make her like do fire chief work. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Fire training. Okay. Well, that's nice. I think that's sweet.
Anyway, let's hear Misty's description of her husband.
We have very traditional roles, and I believe that as a
Hold on. Conservative Christian values. Okay, so it's two different sects of Christianity. I wonder if there's any tension there. And beliefs. We follow the word of God, have daily Bible readings. Oh, fucking kill me. Fucking kill me. And I believe that as a wife, I should support my husband as the head of our household. Jack makes the major decisions for our family. I run the daily activities. We have very traditional roles. I hope our children will grow up having a relationship with God and they will learn to be responsible people of good character. I hate everyone here. You know, by the way, that if any of these kids turned out gay, they're getting kicked out of the house. There is no way a household like this or a fucking JW household is going to permit any queer children. Like, they would fucking kill them and bury them out back. I believe that taking care of yourself is very important. Every time I wear makeup, choose a nice dress. She was going to be mad at me for this one, but if I ever had a girlfriend or a wife who hung around the house in a dress, I would also kill myself. I'm not a sundress lover, okay? I'm very much a goth girl, large studded belt with like tight shorts lover, okay? If I listen, we're a very traditional household, okay? Every day I have my wife put on black eyeliner and wear a too large band t-shirt tied in a knot around the mid-navel with a studded belt over a pair of denim short shorts and goth platform boots. And, that's the uniform she wears.
wife, I should support my husband as the head of our household. What?
That's kind of a new...
Wait, you're a JW. What do you mean, what? Are you like a bad JW?
Neutral statement, but it shows that she respects her husband because she is willing to work for him. Also, earlier in the episode, she said that it's her dream to be a housewife, and he provides that for her, so this is her way of returning the favor.
She has to be a bad Jehovah's Witness because... Yeah, if, like, I'm pretty sure Jehovah's Witness women have to, like, thank you if you hit them. Like, they're so... Like they're so fucking cucked. They go door to door every week. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, wait, hold, this is so interesting.
Now, admittedly, if you were to watch this episode, you'll see that Misty doesn't only say positive things about Jack, and Jack certainly has his own issues. But at least Misty shows that she appreciates him in her letter and says that she puts his needs before hers. Okay. Yes, that's called a good relationship. Both of them should
just watch the episode, not this guy's commentary. I would, but I'm worried about copyright. It's YouTube. If I was on Twitch, I totally would. Yeah, apparently in the main episode, the white husband literally says that he doesn't find his wife attractive without makeup or something like that, but no, Vosh, people practice their faiths in many ways. Okay, that's like super bullshit when we're talking about fucking Jehovah's Witnesses, okay? Jehovah's Witnesses are very conservative Christians, all right? They are not, like, you can't, like, a woman being subservient to a man is not like a negotiable component of a Jehovah's Witness like lifestyle or whatever. That's not, you know, I understand that in like Christianity itself also mandates that, and like there are Christians who don't believe that, but Jehovah's Witnesses as a group are way more like orthodox and way more doctrinal. Just whatever. Let's just move on. Let's just
should be doing that for each other. In any relationship, you are supposed to think about the needs of the other person. Look at it this way. Each of them fills a role that the other cannot provide. Jack makes his money through marketing, and Misty can't do that.
Marketing? I want more details on that.
So she needs him. Jack can't cook or do all the daily planning, so he needs her. Though it's not said in the show, you can tell that Jack appreciates that part of his wife because he is really mad when Halani doesn't want to cook.
He never says he appreciates that part of his wife, but you can tell he appreciates it because he lashes out at the woman who says he won't. Yes, what an astonishing demonstration of commitment to one's relationship. Well, we can tell he appreciates it because, you know, he... well, then by that logic, couldn't we say the black woman appreciates her husband by virtue of her getting angry when those expectations are fostered on her in her the other household? Because that's an implicit indication that she appreciates not being saddled with that in her own. Or does this only work one way? Hold on. Jehovah's Witness wife swap. I want to know if she was disfellowed for this, or if there's any info online. JW wife swap. Shame on you.
The hypocrisy and the double standards.
What?
Of after my marriage, all loaded up.
What?
Was involved with.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's left audio only.
Wife swapping, and we would. Again.
Okay, I think this is just the practice of wife swap. No, where is there really nothing? I didn't hear anything from that. Is there really nothing in here from the show Wife Swap? There would be discourse about this online. What was the name of the lady? Lobdell? Halani Lobdell wife swap. Okay, hold on. Oh, this is season 1, episode 2. This is right off the bat. The second episode of the whole show. Short biography of Halana Lobdell. Hustle Mama magazine. Jesus Christ. You can't do this as a JW. Again, I can do all things with the Most High Jehovah, my loving and supportive husband, my children. Is she like a fake JW? Is this like Donald Trump pretending to be a Christian? Okay, they kill you in real life in the Jehovah's Witness community if you take pictures like this, I'm pretty sure. There is no fucking way. Yeah. All right, we have a fake Jehovah's Witness. All right. We've established all of the characters in this thing, and we're less than halfway through. Let there be no more distractions.
Even Helani's husband, Jason, is unhappy that she doesn't cook.
If you look in the refrigerator, I have pre-made food. It's the same thing every day because my wife...
I don't even want to defend anyone anymore. I hate everyone now. Okay, we're once again, we're now in a situation where I despise all the major characters, except for the black husband has done nothing that I disagree with, but apart from that, I hate everyone here.
Does not cook.
These things aren't trivial like feminism wants you to believe.
Feminism would have you believe that toast with jam is a patriarchal social construct.
Eating the same dull food every day because no one can cook is like torture. Also, think about how many family events and parties are centered around food.
Yeah, cooking is good? Yeah? What? Yes?
If no one in the house can cook, then you just destroyed a major motivator for those events.
Cook
now,
then,
you could
cook!
center events around something else,
okay.
But since food is such an easy motivator, it's unlikely that families like Helani's family will be able to think of something comparable. So in reality, they just end up not spending time together, and that's well pointed out in the show. You can't simply make money and call it a day. You actually have to do stuff together to keep your team functioning.
Doesn't that apply to the men as well? Yeah?
But maybe the point of modern feminism is to get rid of that.
Modern feminism. The Jehovah's Witness wife. Okay. Get rid of cooking, by the way. The point of modern feminism is to destroy the concept of cooking food.
It doesn't matter how much money you bring in if the group you bring it back to functions poorly. Yeah, I make $200,000 a year, but my kids are fat and unhealthy because they always eat out. Also, I'm never home, so we never spend any time with each other, and my kids don't know any basic skills or how to survive without my help.
Look at that dust.
Why do I have a feeling that what he just said, despite being totally valid, is something he was exclusively thinking of women while saying? Like, the archetype of person who spends all their time out making a lot of money and never spends time with their kids is a man. Men have been the one who have done that historically.
Oh, I feel really sad all of a sudden. They don't ever use a family dining table.
They have an expensive dining room table that no one uses. That's great for status. You can brag all about how many nice things you have as your home life falls apart. In this situation, neither parent has the time or the energy to take care of the important household demands because both of them are out working all day. Meanwhile, they have other people raising their kids like their soccer coach, so their kids don't end up respecting them. It would be much better for the family if they moved to a less expensive house.
I think we're projecting a little bit here. I feel like we're extrapolating unless there's more supporting evidence for these arguments here.
So one of them could stay home. Oh, and actually, let's get to the cooking.
No, does the husband stay at home, or I thought the husband had his own job?
Because I do want to talk about the cooking. I was appalled at the scene where Helani cooks for her new family. Take a look at this picture. There are several things wrong with it. One, she is using a blade on a granite countertop. That's a great way.
We're really gonna get into this? Are we being fucking real? And look at her nails. Oh my god, we're really? Yeah, no, he's so catty. He's such a little bitchy cat. He's such... No, I get it. She should be using a cutting board. It's the wrong knife type as well. It looks serrated. It's too thin to be cutting potatoes. But she doesn't cook. So yeah, she'd be bad at it. Cooking is hard. You have to learn a lot to be decent at it.
Way to dull the knife and make cutting food more dangerous. Two, she's holding the food improperly. Her fingers are sticking out, and that's a great way to cut yourself or chop them off.
Oh my fucking god.
Chef Ramsay, please show us how you're supposed to hold the food.
One finger
Oh my god, we're actually... Okay.
in front, two behind. This knuckle protects the nail. And slice
Thank you.
Last but not least, she is using the wrong knife. Her biggest complaint was about how long it takes to cook stuff. Well, using a chef's knife or a Santoku knife would be far more efficient.
Yeah, maybe her lack of knowledge of cooking might be a contributor to how long it would take for her to cook. This is like saying, like, well, she complains about how long it would take her to cook. Well, then why doesn't she simply become better at cooking? Well, yeah, I don't know. Do they have those knives? I don't know. Yeah, those knives are expensive. By the way, I got a nice knife set a while back, and I haven't sharpened them in ages. And at this point, they're actually duller than my cheapo, like, buy 10 in a box steak knives. So I need to get a whetstone so badly. They're actually, like, they're dangerously dull right now. They're, like, genuinely dangerously dull. Yeah. Oh, dull knives are super dangerous. Yeah, I just need to buy a whetstone. I just go by the shop and get one. Huh? Huh? Share? All I hit was the space bar. What is this? Skype? Is this Skype? Oh, that's Skype. What button did I've never seen this in my life. Go away. Oh, I tabbed onto the share. Oh, okay. Weird.
After a month or two of practice, you can chop a handful of vegetables in seconds with.
After a month or two of practice, the show lasts a week.
The right knife and the right grip. Whereas if you use a steak knife, it can take up to a minute or two or longer per vegetable. If you have to cut up 10 different vegetables to make a meal for your family, think of how much time you're wasting 2 to 3 times a day by not using the proper technique. That's why it takes 5 hours to cook for Jack. To be fair, though, surprisingly, the traditional housewife, Misty, also uses the wrong technique. And it's not like this was filmed decades ago. They filmed this in 2018.
Wait, she's also cutting on granite! What? It's the wrong knife as well. Okay. Jesus Christ.
You guys, you have the internet. Gordon Ramsay has tons of videos online that teach people how to do this stuff.
Holy shit!
Over the years, that's going to translate to days and weeks of lost time because you didn't want to spend a few minutes watching a YouTube video on how to do.
Dude, this guy actually has the worst personality of, like, almost any YouTube. Like, this is actually genuinely impressive. Just the inherent unlikability.
Things properly. If you want success, you have to be efficient with your time.
Oh my God.
You need to be constantly searching for and using the most effective techniques to get the job done.
Oh my God. Is this leading into, like, an ad roll?
That's a major difference between people who do well and people who don't. Okay, that's enough about cooking technique.
I like how people in chat are bitching right now about me watching this as though it doesn't just make me want to watch it more.
Second part of this show is about leadership. Halani, the fire chief, gets destroyed by Misty, the housewife, when it came to leadership and creating a cohesive group. In order to be called a good leader, you need to be able to guide a group effectively to achieve a goal. With that said, let's listen to Halani's philosophy on leadership.
Sometimes you do have to let them know you mean business. Listen, you're not in charge here. You will do what you're told to do.
That is a terrible philosophy on leadership. Clearly, Halani...
She is a fire chief. I think, you know, I think it really depends on the environment. And in the environment of being a fire chief, it might be okay to feel that way.
He cares more about the status of being a leader than she does about upholding the responsibility that a leader is supposed to uphold. Here's what I mean.
Who made eggs because there's eggs all over the stove? Get the dishes out of the sink. Why is the milk still out? I want this room spick and span to my standards. If everybody does their part, then we don't have to keep having these conversations every single time I come home.
Let's ask a simple question. Is Halani getting what she wants out of the kids?
What?
She pesters the kids by saying, I keep having to say this. Well, if you've told them a bunch of times and they aren't listening, the problem is not them. You are the leader. If your team doesn't listen to you,
They're kids. They're literal children. What parent doesn't have to remind their kids to clean up over and over? Okay. Dude has never had teenagers. Oh, do you think the person making this video has ever had children? Or had sex? Come on.
The problem is you. Leaders don't get status because they boss people around. Leaders get status because they can organize a group to accomplish a mission. Organizing a group, keeping people from...
Yeah, no, the premise is that this is a modern woman, so I was expecting some pink-haired SJW, but she's like a no-nonsense fire chief trad husband wife? You know, it's, yeah.
And making sure that everyone is giving their all is an extremely...
It might just be because she's black, yeah, I don't know, Shu.
...difficult task. Most people can't do it. That's why good leaders are revered. But as I said, Halani cares more about the fact that she is the youngest fire battalion chief who handles all the dangerous jobs.
I can do a lot of things the average man cannot do.
Of course you can do that. If you can...
That's it? That's your supporting evidence for the idea that she's narcissistic? She actually holds a genuinely difficult, dangerous job, one that's very often held by women, and like a 2-second clip of her going, I can do things men can't do, which, by the way, by virtue of her position, is objectively correct. Every fire chief can do things the average guy can't do, whether they're a woman or not, or very often not held by women. Sorry, very rarely held by women. Yeah. Yeah, that's an objective. Yeah, it's an objective fact. You can't be mad about that.
Run a 7-minute mile, you are better than the average man. The real question is, can you outdo the men in your field? Another real question is, what do her followers think of her?
My mom thinks that she can just boss everybody around because she does that at work.
I know your room.
What the children aren't your followers; they're your children. Why does he keep conflating between how she treats her workers at the fireplace with the their children? They're not her underlings. They're okay.
Room's a mess.
My dad is more fun.
If you are a good leader, your followers shouldn't hate you. They should like and respect you.
Do the
Ask
kids
yourself,
hate her?
Who did the son Kingston say bad things about, and who did he say good things about? The one he said good things about is the one he respects. Kingston also said he values fun, so if you were going to lead him...
The funny thing is, if you had an opposite situation here where the husband was like a fire chief, super together, no nonsense and disciplined, and the mom was like the fun one who mostly took care of the kids, and the children were like non-responsive to orders to clean their room, he would blame the mom. Like in any other situation, he would say, wow, the husband tries to create a situation with discipline, and the children aren't responding because their fun-loving mom is undermining the discipline. In any other situation, like 99% of the time, he would take the exact opposite stance. The disciplined person, the man in most cases, is the one laying down the law, and it's the woman who's fucking it up. But in this case, it's actually the disciplined, highly accomplished mother who's fucking it up, you know.
Into being responsible, you have to do it in a fun way. Halani is not getting desirable behavior out of her kids, so clearly she is ineffective at leading them. However, unlike Halani, Misty, the stay-at-home mom, is actually a good leader. Ironic, right? The high-powered career woman is outdone by the housewife who she called a doormat.
Misty's a doormat, and she just lets her husband, Jack, do whatever.
Here is how Misty handles the kids with baking a cake.
Y'all never baked a cake?
No, but I watch shows on it.
Watching a show and doing it is two different things. Yeah.
I've never ever baked a cake.
Baking is really bonding for a family. I mean, you can't have a phone in your hand and be baking at the same time. Plus, you get to eat cake.
There you go.
And this, just break them up.
This looks so satisfying.
Look at that.
Okay. So show us a clip. Show us a clip of the white mom trying to get them to clean their room. Those aren't really comparable examples. Like, okay, so in one instance, the children are not responsive to being told to clean the room, and in the other, they like the idea of baking a cake. Okay? These are completely unrelated.
She doesn't yell or pester them for not knowing how to cook.
Oh yeah, I bet you the white mom cleaned the rooms for them, right? Like that seems like the kind of thing that she would do based on her role.
She instead is playful, and the kids enjoy it. Also, she picked a food item that is sugary that most kids would like, so they would actually be willing to cook it. And most importantly, with Kingston, she gave him a job that is at his skill level. She didn't have him make the entire cake, he just made the frosting.
What dichotomy is this establishing? What would the black mom be like, you have to make the whole cake? What are you what are you talking about?
That ensures that the task is not too difficult for him to learn, and it also requires that he and his sister, who made the batter, have to work as a team. Excellent design.
Then this guy complained about fat kids. You have to understand that this guy's only real position is to, like, hate women, and when there are multiple women, the woker woman. And we don't really have any woke women here, so we just have, like, a black woman. So that's what we've got. Wait, hold on. Wait, are you engaging with him? Hold on. Oh, he knows who I am. I understand. Seeing as a follower of Vosh, I couldn't possibly live up to your standards of maturity. Oh, he knows who I am. Sweet. The statements were like because you have a political faggot, and Vosh has some of the meanest and most incendiary stuff on his channel. Why are these guys always such bitches, dude? Meanest? What are we, 5? Meanest? Jesus Christ. Our political faggot name to you how his meanie beanie bobini. Well, he talks like a pseudo-intellectual on Twitter as well. Yes, because Vlosh is way more inflammatory than me. He's mean. You don't seem to deem him as childish, but suggests you aren't using a universal standard because of your political affiliation. You personally claim to support somebody who displays very antisocial behavior. That is being accused of engaging in antisocial behavior from this guy is incredibly fucking funny. Holy shit. That is very, 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 very funny. Vosh more inflammatory this little bit. Well, as we can see, he's a catty bitch, so I imagine he's very sensitive, okay? We need a debate. Well, I DM'd him, but unless this one DM that I have is from him, it's probably from the group chat. Yeah, it's from the group chat. We're probably not going to get a response from him. I have no reason to believe he would engage.
It may just look like she is baking a cake, but the way Misty has set things up is really complex. Also, understand that if you have to work a job, you don't have time to think of creative ways to accomplish activities like this. So what it becomes in Halani's world is her just screaming at the kids to make a cake, and then it doesn't get done.
Fan fiction? If Halani was the one having the kids make a cake, she would be screaming at him. What evidence do I have of this? Well, there's a clip of her being insistent that they clean their rooms, from which I have derived her entire personality.
In Misty's case, when you have extra time at home because you aren't working, you can instead design a lesson plan that gets the kids interested in the project. Misty is so effective at catching people's interest that she even has Jason doing things he normally wouldn't do.
Surprisingly, even Jason comes downstairs to join the family.
I couldn't believe that my dad was just sitting there without his phone or anything. He was just watching us, supervising us. He was having a good time with us.
The pace of the home is actually, it's a little different right now. Like I say, it's a little slower pace. It's cool to just kind of settle down and do stuff together.
Jason typically doesn't cook, but Misty...
Isn't this his fault? Wait. If he could have been hanging out with the children but hadn't been, how is it a testament to the what? Like, if he's like, oh, I could have been hanging out with my children, but I wasn't before because I hadn't thought of baking a cake, but now someone else is baking a cake, so now I'm just down here. Like, this, if anything, this makes him seem like the third child, doesn't it? Exactly like his wife said. That he was just another kid just sort of chilling in the house, and then like the trad wife comes in to bake a cake, and he just sort of walks in, he's like, oh, that looks good. Wow, we're all like together. Like, dude, you're the father. You could have...
Gets him to make the entire dinner, which was Mexican food. The kids made the dessert. Then, Misty invited Halani and Jason's parents over so they could all have a family dinner and get to know each other better. If you want to be all corporate about this, you would call this a team-building experience. You have to do this if you want a team to work well together and grow to like each other.
Yes. If you want it to be extremely autistic, you could indeed refer to it like that.
Needless to say, Misty and Jason's relationship ends positively.
Me and Misty, we kind of got like a playful friendship.
I can't help but notice that no rules have been put on Misty at all in this household. Like even a little. Like, we never saw any rules placed on her. Like, she basically just showed up here. It's like, yeah, okay, like, whatever. Have a house to chill out in. She's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll cook. So she cooks. Whereas every time we've seen the firefighter lady mom chafe against her house, it has to do with the rules placed on her.
And Jason worked so well together that I honestly think they would do better marrying each other instead of being with their respective partners. Jack and Helani, however, worked terribly. That's not entirely Helani's fault. Jack is a little overbearing.
Firefighters, they're always sitting around playing cards, doing nothing.
Okay, they just met, and one of the first things he does is crap on her career. Bad idea.
Holy shit. He's actually correct. He's criticizing a guy.
That sets a negative tone for the relationship. Now, there was definitely some editing here, and that may have just been...
No, never mind. Before all the other shit he's made up is like, yeah, fuck this lady. And it's like, well, he says something just out the face rude, and he's like, well, there might have been deceptive editing to make him look worse. Now, never mind. Instantly.
How it was cut, but there are other examples that weren't cut where Jack does pretty much the same thing. That being said, Helani's behavior isn't any better. For the first part of the week, the wives have to follow the house rules, and for the second part of the week, they get to create their own rules.
Oh, cool.
This allows for a little give and take. However, Helani does a wonderful job leading in by refusing to follow the house rules.
Did you read the manual when you came?
In regards to what?
Makeup.
You don't think I'm together? I have on a nice outfit, my hair is combed.
Where's the makeup? We're going by the old rules. Why don't you make up?
I don't need to.
Why don't you make up? The baby man husband. Don't need to. Also, is she not already wearing makeup? Does she just have naturally really good skin? Let me see the close-up again.
Where's the makeup? We're going by...
Is she not wearing She looks good. Oh.
The old rules. Why don't you make up?
I don't need to. I look great as I am. And guess what?
Fucking Giga Chad. Absolute Giga Chad behavior. Giga Stacy.
My husband loves me like this.
How do you expect Jack to follow your rules if you don't follow his? Personally, I agree with her. She looks fine, and Jack's
Oh, that's nice.
Makeup rule is dumb. However...
Come here, think before you sleep. Maybe we're not so... Maybe we don't need to fight.
If you expect him to listen to you, and you don't listen to him, you are setting a bad example. People follow modeled behavior. They don't care about words. As I said...
This is retard shit. It is a reality show. If you think that a rule is unreasonable, you can push back against it. If he wants to push back against reasonable rules that she sets, then that's his prerogative, but it makes him look worse. Like, this isn't social conditioning here. Not all rules are created equal. Like, they're both adults. Some things can be good and some things can be bad.
Helani just wants the status of being a leader and is not actually a good leader. Most of her changes during her part of the week were just ways to get back at Jack. For example, Helani is mad that Jack made her wear makeup, so she says that he has to wear makeup while he cooks food for the family.
Based.
Let's not forget, you're going to do the cleaning and the cooking with a full face of makeup on.
No, I won't.
Jack. Got your makeup on?
What makeup?
Come on.
I'm not putting on makeup.
I'll put it on for you.
No.
He hit it.
I know he did.
I'm not wearing makeup.
Okay. Don't wear it.
Okay.
For somebody with Jack's personality, this is a highly unrealistic goal.
Oh. So now it's unreasonable and... Really?
As a leader, you have to know your team's limitations. This is like if Misty expected 9-year-old Kingston to cook the entire dinner instead of just making...
Holy shit, the infantilization. Yeah, literal man baby. So one of them is a 10-year-old, and the other one of them is the dad. Also, the problem with making the whole dinner would have been that a child literally doesn't have the skills to do so, and the problem with the makeup is that the dad is petulant.
The frosting for the cake. Then, Helani becomes extremely petty and insists that she watch over Jack's every move while he cooks because that's what he did to her. Helani...
Okay, so it's spite-driven. He seems like he sucks. That's fine.
Instead of acting like a child and trying to get back at your teammate, how about you show him the error of his ways by being amazing? If you wanted to have Jack spend a day in his wife's shoes, all you had to do was assign him the same activities and offer to help out. Jack isn't enthusiastic about cooking? Okay, how about instead of staring at him like a micromanaging tyrant, you offer to cook with him?
She doesn't like him. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? It's pretty clear the rules that she was meant to follow weren't being given to her in a way that were conducive or respectful of her interests. Why would she be expected to reciprocate kindness that wasn't offered to her?
Staring at him provides no labor, whereas cooking with him puts the task at his skill level,
Did he
while
cook?
it also gets them to work together, which builds their relationship. But she doesn't do that. Instead, her behavior blows up in her face, and Jack walks off the show.
Damn! Sounds like he's a piss baby then. Literally told to follow the same rules that she was, and he walks off the show? Damn, fucking bitch baby. Also, yeah, she offered to help him with his makeup. He didn't offer to help her with her makeup.
Honestly, is she this petty when she's at work? After the cooking event, the relationship becomes so toxic that Helani leaves early.
I'm in a hotel room this morning. I slept like a baby, by the way, but I felt the need to
Now she's wearing makeup.
remove myself from the Moon residence last night. Jack is a live wire. I just did not want to stay there with him.
Is that how the big bad fire chief behaves? She just
He quit first. Wait, what? Yeah. What? I like how this is a situation unambiguously where the fire chief lady was put in an unfair situation with ridiculous rules by an overbearing and rude guy. And then when the situation swapped, she put the exact same rules back on him. And then he flipped out and made the situation worse because he was immature and easily angered. And then she leaves, and somehow this is on her.
quits when things get hard.
But this is basically just us doing like the Twitch.tv meta from a year ago of covering reality TV shows, except through the proxy of this YouTube channel.
Hard? Wow, I would love to work under her. Like I said, Jack has his problems, but that doesn't mean he's impossible to work with. If Helani was a good leader, she could have created a relationship that was just as positive as Missy's relationship with Jason.
But this, like, she's being blamed for him being a cunt. Why? Yeah, the difference is, if he worked under her, he would be fired. That's the thing. If he was that petulant and uncooperative under her leadership, he would have been fired. So that's how it works.
Now, of course, Helani isn't some cartoon villain where everything about her is bad, and I always like to give credit where credit is due.
Aww.
At the end of the show, the two couples sit down and talk about the experience. During this discussion, Helani gives a good suggestion. Jack and Misty have this rule where their kids have to knock every time they want to leave their rooms. Jack and Misty
their own rooms. Literal prisoners. So, like, if you caught your, like, son in the kitchen and you never admitted him out of his bedroom with a knock, like, what, do you fucking tackle him? Do you yell at him? What? By the way, this environment right here, 98% of child sexual abuse, okay? If you want to find the fucking beating heart of the pedophilic abuse of children, it's in households like this, okay? Far-right, radical, like Christian conservative households, whatever. That right there, it's the primo breeding ground. Shit like this, you train women to be docile and to be walked over the men, and the men get away with everything because the wife never speaks out against it, and the kids are never taught to know that it's wrong, or they're taught that they'll be like fucking killed, or if they speak out. Jesus fuck.
Misty's house is small, and the knocking allows them adult time and privacy. The problem with that rule is that it turns their kids into prisoners. Here is Helani's suggestion to fix that problem.
Kill yourselves. Die. Your children would be better off wards of the state. Perish. And die. Let it end.
One of the things that I wanted to talk about, I do want to mention this to you. The kids having to ask for permission to come out of their rooms at night. I was like, what about putting a TV in your bedroom? Or you guys leave the house and go out on a date.
Yeah.
I would love that.
And that's the show.
That's it. That's it. I would love. Hey, quit turning your children into abused prisoners. Maybe go on a date? Yeah, we'd love to go on a date. Yeah, they're totally going to change that rule based on that advice.
Now, I want to end this off with a very powerful thing that a friend of mine showed me about a decade ago. When there are problems with leadership, a lot of people think, well, either I win and you lose, or I lose and you win. Or it's like how it was on the show. It's either Jack gets die.
Let die the woman you love?
What?
Options, you aren't thinking
What?
hard enough. Think outside the box. But with that said, I think that's enough for this video. So,
all right. It's time. We have to talk politics. I can't put it off anymore. Editors, good luck. Okay, we have to stop. We have to stop. Wow. Ooh, okay, that's... Ooh, boy. That is... That is a YouTube channel. It exists. It's real. Wow.